Welcome back to Cheddar's Opening Bell. I'm Asia Salastino. Fintech startup Aspiration wants people to connect their credit cards to fighting deforestation. The company plants a tree every time a customer swipes their card. For more on this, we're joined by Andrei Cherny, co-founder and CEO of Aspiration. Andrei, thank you so much for joining us. How did you get the idea to start such a mission-driven fintech company? This is incredible.
Well, we started Aspiration now almost 6 years ago, really with the mission of being a place where people can both make money but also make a positive difference in the world. A big part of how a lot of us think about our money is not just about how do we get more of it, but what do we do with it and how do we align it with what we care about. And so when people come to Aspiration, their deposits are fossil fuel free. They're not being lent to oil and gas like the big banks do. We show them their own personal sustainability score. We let them make all their driving carbon neutral. And then, as you mentioned, we launched something earlier this year just for our own Aspiration cards that allows you to plant a tree with every purchase by rounding up your purchase to the nearest dollar. And now excited to bring that to any debit card or credit card that people have.
Yeah, so that service that you're referring to, it's called Plant Your Change. How are you able to keep up with planting trees but still maintain a path to profitability with this?
Well, the truth is it's Aspiration facilitating it, but it's our customers and our community and our users who are actually doing it. The way it works is really simple. People sign up for Plant Your Change, and they connect either their Aspiration card as we have in the past, or now any debit card, any credit card by going to plantyourchange.com. And we take their purchases and round them up to the nearest dollar. And so if they're making a purchase for lunch of $4.45, they're rounding up an extra 55 cents, and that goes to planting a tree. And so we take those roundups and we plant a tree every time they do that. And just by using our technology and by being able to plant a lot of trees, we're able to do so at a way that is cost effective enough that it allows us to provide this service, which taken together means an enormous impact on the climate. Just for the average person signing up, if they do it for a year and they make their purchases with this, they're going to have the climate impact of taking 2 cars off the road or 1 house off of the grid. That's an enormous impact if more and more and more of us do it, as we've already seen.
I'm so glad that you mentioned the impact. And so far, Aspiration customers have stepped up to round up their transactions, planting 2.5 million trees. So pretty, like I said, amazing. But I want to talk about some of your celebrity cachet. You have some pretty high profile investors: Doc Rivers, Orlando Bloom, Leonardo DiCaprio. So what do you think they bring to the table? And also, why do you think they were interested in investing in Aspiration?
Well, first of all, they bring their insight about the world we live in and what they're seeing as they're talking to so many people. And I don't want to speak for them, but what I think they see is the same thing that our customers see when they sign up for Aspiration, which is really a place that is about not just a financial return in terms of offering great accounts to help you spend and save or invest or things like that, but also a way to make a positive difference at the same time. We at Aspiration believe that profit and purpose don't go one in front of another, but they go hand in hand. And that's true for what we offer for our customers in terms of the Aspiration Spend and Save account or our Aspiration Plus premium account. But I think it's also probably what some of these investors, like the ones you mentioned and many others who have become part of that Aspiration journey, are excited about as well.
Obviously, the pro-environment angle is a big one when I think of things like Millennial and Gen Z and what their aspirations are. But as a company, what do you think you bring that other startups in the financial sector, other big banks can't provide their customers?
Well, in some ways, what we provide is just a much better financial product. Somebody signing up for the Aspiration Spend and Save account doesn't pay any of the kinds of usual fees that you'd get at a big bank. With you sign up for Aspiration Plus, you can get up to 1% interest on your savings. But the truth is there's others that do offer those kinds of benefits. What we offer is uniquely a way to not only have a product that is great for your wallet, but great for the world as well. And I don't think anybody really out there can say that. Certainly, if they're saying that, they can't deliver it on it the way that Aspiration can. And that's really what differentiates us in this space, and really being able to go to the millions and millions of conscious consumers, the people who are thinking about ethics and environmental sustainability in the grocery store, buying coffee, buying clothes, and to say that finally now with Aspiration, there is a financial institution that shares your values, that has your back, and that is bringing to you products and services that really align with what you care about in the world and that helps you get there. That's so important, especially at a moment like right now.
How much growth do you see in the idea of more socially conscious spending? Do you think it's much more than a trend?
So much more than a trend. Look, we've seen socially conscious spending transform industry after industry. We've seen it in cars, we've seen it in clothes and shoes and yogurt and so many other parts of our lives. Aspirations now bring that to financial services, and this idea of clean money is not only as important to fighting climate change as clean energy, but it's an industry that is going to be at least as large, if not significantly larger than clean energy is, as we think about how we're going to meet this climate crisis that we're facing. We're in the early innings of it. I mean, we've seen just with ESG investing enormous growth. There was enormous growth in 2019 over 2018. The first half of 2020 saw as much ESG investing as all of 2019. So this is just compounding and building on itself. Aspirations bring that same kind of approach for the first time to daily banking and spending and saving for millions of people. And we're in the early parts of what we're going to be able to do and what this entire clean money movement that we're leading is going to be able to do.